In today's video, we are cooking up high protein, low calorie fat loss recipes that we got straight from the internet. These are viral. I knew I had to try. So here we are in this tiny little kitchen. But you know what's not tiny? These flavors, baby. I found the most viral high protein recipes on the internet and I'm testing them all. We're talking In-N-Out smashburgers with a healthy In-N-Out sauce, the crispiest air fryer fries that are actually crispy and not gross and dry, a pizza that has over 100 grams of protein, cheesy queso mac and cheese, healthier mozzarella sticks, and so much more, all insane macros. I'm fired up. Let's see which one of these are actually good. My goal is to get about 3 of these that I actually implement into my diet. We're gonna start with one that I admittedly have already tried once, and it was so freaking good, I had to put it in this video. Pizza with 100 grams of protein. Okay, so listen up. I am now over 40 days into this 75 hard challenge, and though it hasn't been super easy, it has been working. I have been losing fat, but it doesn't come without its challenges. Like, I have been craving pizza, but I came across this one that uses ground chicken as the pizza crust. Okay, I know you probably just looked at me in disgust, but think about it. Ground chicken is basically just pure protein. It's amazing. All right, well, let's watch this clip. This is not the pizza. Okay, the best part is there's so many varieties from this. Okay, those are good macros. This is the perfect kitchen for making YouTube videos.
It really is.
That's sarcasm, guys. Sorry about the setup.
No, it's nice and homey.
But I hope you guys are learning a lot. So on my 75 hard diet, obviously, you know, pizza doesn't really fit into it. And I kept telling Allie how much I wanted pizza. Pizza! And then all of a sudden this started showing up on my For You page all over the place. 100 grams of protein straight to the dome.
Straight to the dome.
I know this looks gross, but you just have to trust the process. Okay, we got this one, first one rolled out. Tried to form it like a little pizza. Ooh. This one full of pizza sauce.
Yum.
Okay, pro tip, pepperonis go on first before cheese. Did you hear that, everybody?
Say it louder for the people in the back.
I'm making the double shakaroni. Okay, I went a little overboard on the cheese, so that's gonna eat into my macros. We're sitting here with our pizza. Look how good this looks. Look at that. This is the second time we made this pizza.
We learned from the first time.
What did we learn from the first time?
We learned that you need parchment paper in order to make the crust.
Parchment paper is a must to roll it out. Otherwise it's too sticky and you can't really roll it out well.
We also learned, obviously it is chicken, but it's better not overcooked.
First time we thought if we cooked it a little longer, it'd get a little like crispier, but it was actually unnecessary. It kind of made it worse. So let's see how this one turned out.
Cheers.
It's so good. It's like, it tastes the same as pizza. It feels the same as pizza.
If someone didn't know that the crust was actually ground chicken,
So good.
they would be fooled.
10 out of 10. I can't believe this is 100 grams of protein, guys. 100 grams of protein per serving. Protein engaged.
Pizza and coffee.
That's the way to do it. That's perfect lunch. Just gotta look at these little hacks that make reducing calories easier, that make hitting your macros better. Simple, right? This is why when you're on a diet, people always tell you to track your macros. And unfortunately, it just seems to be the best way to win. And I know some people hate it. And I know there's this big intuitive eating. And it's so much easier if you're tracking your macros to see what you're actually eating. And then on top of that, you can find lower calorie swaps. And to me, it just makes sense to get a baseline and to figure out what you're actually eating and find healthy alternatives that are way more macro friendly. So the next one are these take on, I guess they're kind of mozzarella sticks, but they're also cheese stuffed chicken. Same idea as the pizza, just rolled up. So you take chicken crust and you wrap it around these cheese sticks. And I've been seeing it all over TikTok, all over Instagram. It looks really, really good.
Just now finding out that if you take 6 cheese sticks and a pound of ground chicken and wrap the cheese sticks in the chicken with a coating of cheese and air fry them, you get stuffed chicken fries that are low-cal, high protein, and taste absolutely phenomenal.
Why haven't I thought of this?
First, I see that guy all over these healthy protein meals. He freaking finds good recipes, man. That's good. We took the advice of this guy and tried it with egg wash and then a little bit of the breadcrumbs on top.
And replace that with an egg wash and some breadcrumbs.
Chicken mat sticks.
It's another super simple recipe. What do you think?
They look interesting. It looks like two heads laid to rest.
They're sleeping, they're camping, they're in a sleeping bag.
Sad.
Okay, now I'm a little nervous. I don't know why. I think I can't really taste it yet because it's too hot. I just said it tastes a little bit like breakfast sausage, which is so weird, but it's like really, really good. But it does taste a little bit like breakfast sausage. And then she said one of the craziest things I've ever heard.
I'm getting a little bit of like calamari.
What, dude?
No, but hear me out. It makes sense.
I'm listening.
Just because of how it is made. But then it also just tastes like chicken parm. Chicken parm.
I get a lot
bite.
of chicken parm, which is basically what it is.
These little chicken fingers / mozzarella sticks. They were good, but for some reason they just didn't quite hit like I expected. I expected them to be a little bit better. One thing we could try is using parchment paper to kind of roll them out a little flatter, I think. And maybe actually cooking them longer would have served us better and better seasoning. To me, it's not something I'm that eager to try again because I kind of like the protein pizza better. Also, the pizza was a lot easier to make. There's not so much fidgeting and forming. It's just kind of like roll it out and there it is. It's super easy to make.
Now it is time for the ooey gooey chicken queso mac.
So this is another one that we actually kind of tried before, but it was so good I had to include it in this video. If you like mac and cheese and you like pasta, you're craving some creamy, cheesy goodness, this is a great one to include in your diet. Just watch.
I used to think that meal prepping meant eating plain chicken and rice every day, until I realized I could meal prep queso mac and cheese and get 46 grams of protein for only 540 calories per serving. This recipe is not only ridiculous,
Super good, baby.
Those are some nice breasts.
They're nice and firm, nice and smooth.
I always make sure I give them a squeeze just to test their firmness.
Fun fact, protein keeps you full about 2 to 3 times longer than carbs. That's why you can eat a huge bowl of regular mac and cheese and be hungry for an hour later. But this one keeps you full for a bunch of hours, so it's really, really good.
Before I grew up and became a real man, I used to hate on cottage cheese, but this cottage cheese is so good. It's even in the name, Good Culture. I actually shouldn't be telling you that because it's always out of stock. So this one actually sucks. Don't get it.
I'm pissed.
All that food coloring,
Yum.
good for you.
We're on high.
5 hours later.
20 grams of protein, 30 grams of fiber. You're gonna be shitting every single minute. Ooh. Ladies first.
Oh, thank you.
That was a big chicken bite. And it looked hot. Like warm.
That is fabulous. The chicken is kind of perfectly cooked.
I mean, it's incredible. This is one of my favorite meals. It's so good. You would never guess that this is supposed to be good for you.
No.
Super filling. I mean, what a great thing to eat after a workout.
Uh-huh.
Or like a dinner after a long day. It's so good. Especially with this chickpea pasta, gonna be high fiber. It's gonna keep you full way longer.
Yeah, and it's gonna put you in the bathroom way longer.
Don't push too hard or get hemorrhoids. And then you'll have to come to our clinic and I'll have to treat you. You don't want that.
So this one is like a 10 out of 10. I absolutely love this one because it's so easy to meal prep. It's so nice for lunches because I just throw it in a container, bring it to work. It's like that easy. To celebrate Valentine's Day, we can't do anything like too crazy because of my diet, right? So we came up with this idea to kind of make a fun little menu for us. We're gonna have In-N-Out burgers, but Flying Dutchman style.
Fortunately, one of these legends is still being made. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger's all about.
We're gonna make a lower calorie In-N-Out sauce. And the part that I was most excited for
was trying to figure out how to make super good air fried fries. If you have tried to air fry fries before, which I've done a bunch in my life, they just never quite hit the same. Like there's always something a little bit weird about them. I still love them. I'm just a potato guy, right? But I knew that we can make these better.
Trying out In-N-Out's viral Flying Dutchman with grilled whole onions.
You know, some people hate onions, and to those people I'll just say, grow up. These Flying Dutchmen from In-N-Out are viral. Instead of a bun, we're just using grilled onions. And the best part about that is it's a lot more macro friendly. So we started by grilling some onions. Then it was time to whip up just a tad healthier In-N-Out sauce. Extra saucy, baby. Super simple. You just cut up some pickles, use a little bit of non-fat Greek yogurt, but make sure it's not too much or it overwhelms it. Then use a light reduced fat mayo, light Thousand Island, light ketchup, and all the mustard that you want. Mix it up. Then it was time to start smashing our meat. I love smashing meat. Look at these big juicy boys. Leaner beef is a little harder to get super thin, but look at that. That is beautiful. Put a little seasoning on there. I literally am such a silly goose. I totally forgot to mustard fry these burgers. How silly. Dude, I used to flip burgers for a living. Believe it or not, when I was a young lad, one of my first jobs was working at our local Dairy Queen. Trust me, that's where the cool kids worked, okay? Cool kids in my small hometown. Shout out my boy Austin, shout out Travis, I miss y'all. One of the biggest things with beef is getting lean ground beef. There is versions of lean ground beef all the way up to 99.1. It's a lot easier to find and source the like 93.7. Just ultimately avoid the super high fat concentrations, the 80-20 beefs, and go for these leaner versions like 90-10, 93.7. It's way more protein, it's way more calorie efficient. So also on our Valentine's menu, Allie put together these dipped in chocolate strawberries. This makes for a great dessert to have on a diet, like especially if you use dark chocolate chips and dip them in berries. It's not that high calorie and it's so tasty. Strawberries and berries in general are super low calorie fruits, super good for you. No, we're getting better at it. It's 6-7 though. But when we got to the fries, I started to have some problems. The first day, I tried 2 different methods at once.
French fries in the air fryer is way simpler than you think.
These are the crunchiest air fryer French fries ever. Shake aggressively till they look like this.
The secret to crisp.
If you're addicted,
You want your fry?
Okay, the fries had their morning cold exposure, so we're gonna split test them. What we're gonna do is take one group and we are gonna actually microwave them. Cook them a little bit before air frying them. And we're gonna see if that makes any difference between these. But first, before we do that, we are going to take each of these and shake them vigorously, just like I shake it in the morning.
Vigorously. Someone's hungry.
Yeah, it didn't really do nothing. Okay, now we microwave these bad boys. This dish is definitely not microplastic safe. That'll add to the flavor. Time to assemble. Onion, sauce, big old juicy burger right there. It's a good boy. Good old American cheese. Look at that. That's like 1,000 grams of protein.
Protein.
Going in.
I was meek. I just did 1 pound.
Okay, so the Flying Dutchman style burgers, super messy to eat them that way.
That's so good.
This is gonna be the sloppiest we ever eat. Much better to eat them protein style where you wrap some lettuce around them, some romaine lettuce. And dude, it's so good. There is also low calorie burger buns out there. Here we have the world's crispiest fries.
Test number 1.
What do you think?
Good.
Yeah.
And test number 2.
Whoa, that has some serious crunch.
Number 2. Winner.
Okay, you heard it here first. The ones we microwaved were better. At 3. Pick number 3, my lord.
Oh, okay. Number 3.
Yesterday we tried 2 different methods to air fry fries to make them nice and crispy, right? But none of them were quite good enough to really give them a nod of approval. I had to try just one more method. So what I did is we cut up some this morning and we put them in the freezer, seasoned them, and we're gonna try a different method that has millions of views. I think it's gonna be good. We're gonna try it. So on the 3rd attempt, I figured out the cheat code. This time, you cut them up, but then you freeze them. And when you're ready to make them, you put them in a warm water soak for about a minute, you microwave them,
and then you shake them up with cornstarch, then air fry. So what's interesting is this works because freezing breaks down the cell structure of the potato, and then when you do the warm water soak, it pulls the starch out of the fries. And then microwaving par cooks the inside, and then cornstarch on the outside creates a shell that kind of gets super crispy. Basically, there's this whole science as to why this works.
She's going in without sauce. Holy crunch.
That's so good.
So
this is it.
That was way better than the other ones.
Oh, hands, like 10 times better.
Here we go. That tastes like a real fry.
I was gonna say, it's like a restaurant fry.
Red Robin.
Yum.
Look at those, man. I haven't heard a crunch like that since my uncle broke my back.
Oh gosh.
The crunch. It made a letter J.
I'm not gonna lie, it felt so satisfying to finally unlock these fries to be super, super tasty and healthy. One of the biggest benefits of air frying fries is the caloric difference between getting something like In-N-Out fries versus air frying potatoes is massive. I will die on this hill that potatoes are one of the best fat loss foods you can eat. You can eat like a big plate of potatoes and it's not very many calories and it's so filling. It tastes so good. It's so satisfying. It's one of the best things you can do on a diet. Eat more potatoes. I would say eat it over rice and tortillas and other carb sources. The next one that we tried, Allie and I both kept seeing this. We knew we had to try it. So this one is protein fluff.
So this one is kind of a chemical concoction. So I don't know how really good it is for you, but it's super simple. All the recipes kind of vary in ingredient dosing. So we're just going to kind of free ball it and see how it ends up. You just mix Greek yogurt, protein powder, and a 0 sugar pudding mix. We're just gonna do vanilla. We're gonna mix it with peanut butter and some non-fat Greek yogurt from TJ's. And then we're gonna throw some Oreo thins in there. Are you pumped? Then you let it sit and they soften up. And then you can kind of mix them in.
Probably the most important part of this thing is to test one.
6 hours later.
Okay, now it's time for the Oreo. It's kind of like a cheesecake mousse.
I kind of want to get part of the Oreo.
Oh yeah. What do we think?
Insanely sweet.
Oh really?
Really, really, really sweet.
Yeah, the Oreo just kind of melts right into the spoon. Wow. That is super sweet. This is just an awesome dessert. You can eat a bunch of it too because it's protein, you know? Instead of Oreos, put blueberries.
You want to lose fat, but at 9 p.m., you want to bury your ass in some sweets. You can eat this entire thing. I'm going to show you how I make this and what I put on top.
Making this bread. It is so addictive. It's light, it's fluffy, and packed with protein. I've seen so many of you guys remake it, but if you haven't tried it yet, you must.
Let's see how light and addictive this thing really is.
Well guys, the lasagna is done.
Yum.
Interesting look. Interesting. Oh, that is weird. That's so weird.
I like it. I think it needs to cook longer.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. This one, I would not say is worth making. There just wasn't much flavor there. You don't really taste much. That one is a no for me. So my list of these viral recipes just keeps on growing. But as for these ones, the ones that I'm going to keep in my rotation are definitely, when I'm craving pizza, I'm going to use that chicken crust pizza. How do you get those macros? It's so insane. It's super cool. The chicken queso mac. I might try it with lean ground beef instead. The smashburgers, I think I'll eat protein style, but still have the onion. So Flying Dutchman, but with the romaine lettuce on top so it's not so sloppy and gross. And those air fried fries, man, I'm gonna eat those all the time. I love it. We gotta try even more. I'm super curious though, what are some recipes that you have been trying that you like? By the way, it's the year of the fire horse. So this year, we take action, we do the things we say, we get shit done, bro. You only have one life to live, so get after it, brother. Let's go.